Provision grounds provided both time and space that was both within the order dictated by the plantation and yet detached from it. They provided a space quite distinct from the plantation fields sown with sugarcane, coffee, and cotton. Space where one learned to cherish root crops, plantains, and bananas. Space to raise and roast a pig, to run after a goat, or to barbecue a chicken. Space to bury the loved ones who passed away, to worship the ancestors, and to invent new gods when the old ones were forgotten.
Time used on the provision grounds was also slave-controlled time. It was time to develop new practices of labor cooperation, reminiscent of, yet different from, African models of work. Time to talk across the fences to a passing neighbor. Time to cross the fences themselves and fish in the adjacent rivers. Time to mark the work tempo with old songs.
To learn rhythm while working and to enjoy both the rhythm and the work.
Time to create new songs when the old ones faded away.
Time to take care of the needs of the family, to meet a mate, to teach children how to climb a tree.
Time indeed to develop modes of thought and codes of behavior that were to survive plantation slavery itself. I'm reminded here, of the way that Trouillot was a songwriter, a poet, essentially a literary writer in so many ways, and this is one of those moments where the kind of historical and anthropological analysis also becomes a kind of poetry, right? Evoking these ways of living, these ways of being, and the ways in which he's articulating kind of deep cultural processes and transformations that would affect, that would shape Haitian culture and shape Caribbean culture across time.
I chose this passage because of the way that Rolph turns to what I consider the most elemental form of modern power, which is the plantation, and reminds us to mistrust the narratives that planters craft for the plantation form. So while the plantation appears in the colonial archive as a total institution of absolute and complete abjection, the plantation system itself sows the seeds of its demise in the space of the provision ground in particular, where the enslaved hold the potential to imagine and stage alternatives to its quintessential regimes of race, work, and value.